Hello everyone, my name is Nazut Sood. I am an assistant professor in the School of Legal Studies at RIMT University, Mandi Robindar. The topic I will share in with you is alternative dispute resolution. Alternative dispute resolution, it means resolving the dispute outside the court system, as the dispute can be settled in the two ways, either through the litigation method, which is the traditional mode, or through the modern methods, which refers to the arbitration, mediation, conciliation and negotiation. As the name suggests, ADR refers to an alternate way of settling disputes which a person or a corporate entity might encounter. It is a term for describing the process of the resolving the civil dispute in place of the litigation and includes arbitration, mediation, conciliation and negotiation. Only civil disputes can be referred by the mode of the ADR. Criminal disputes are more of a complex in nature, so we require a proper formal method which are the courts to resolve that disputes. Now, even in our civil procedure code, a provision is made for settlement of the dispute outside the court system, that is section 89 of the civil procedure code. It provides that where it appears to the court that there exists the element of the settlement which may be acceptable to the parties, the court shall formulate the terms of the settlement and give them the parties for their observations. After receiving the observations, the court may reformulate the terms of the settlement as suggested by the parties and refer the same for the arbitration, conciliation, judicial settlement including the settlement through the Lok Adalats and the mediation. The Salem Bar Association case which is known for the amendment of the CPC, it provided for the section 89 of the CPC. Court said that it is the high time we recognize the growth of ADR in India. And why ADR has been growing in the recent times? One of the main drawbacks of the Indian legal systems and the law enforcement agencies are a lack of effective delivery of the legal remedies to the people in hand. As we know that pending cases are comparatively much more higher than the cases settled. The reason behind such a phenomena is that the increase in the number of the offences as well as the time taken to solve the cases on the part of the judiciary. In such a situation, a new remedy has evolved, that is alternative dispute resolution. This mechanism plays an important role in resolving the dispute among the people so that the parties affected will be delivered justice with an effective solution for their disputes. Now, there are various forms of the ADR, that is arbitration, conciliation, mediation, negotiation, Lok Adalats, and the recent one which came in 2013 is the concept of the ombudsman. Arbitration. Arbitration means an independent third party who actually made the suggestion and imposes the decision on the parties. The decision of the arbitrator is binding on the parties. In arbitration, dispute is submitted to the arbitral tribunal consisting of a sole or odd number of the arbitrators, which makes a decision in the form of an award on the dispute and finally settles the dispute. If the parties has referred the case to the arbitration, there is a minimum interference of the court. In this way, a dispute can be settled by the arbitrator without the interference of the courts. It is generally private, informal and non-judicial trial procedure for settling the dispute. There are 4 requirements for the concept of the arbitration. Number 1, a dispute. There must be existing disputes between the parties. That dispute can also be referred to the arbitrator, which has to be arisen in the future. A reference can also be made to the arbitrator. Next requirement for the arbitration is an arbitration agreement. A valid arbitration agreement must exist between the parties. Section 7 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act provides that a valid arbitration agreement must be signed by the parties and it must be written. And the third requirement is reference to the third party for its determination. A dispute must be referred to an independent third party for its determination, and that decision of the third party would be binding and acceptable to the parties. If the decision is not binding on the parties, we cannot say that dispute has been resolved by the arbitrator or it has been referred to the proper arbitrator. And last requirement is award by the third parties. An award means a decision which is made by the third parties and it is acceptable to the both the parties of the dispute. Now, coming to the next concept of the alternative dispute resolution, that is mediation. Mediation is generally a non-binding procedure in which an impartial and neutral third party, that is mediator, assists the parties to a dispute in reaching a mutually satisfactory and agreed settlement of the dispute. The basic motive of the mediation is to provide the parties with an opportunity to negotiate, converse and explore the options aided by a neutral third party, and that third party determines that if a settlement can be made or not. In simple word, the concept of the mediation revolves around that parties must submit their dispute to a mediator, and the mediator has to decide whether the dispute can be settled or not. The parties can submit their disputes orally to the mediator, and then mediator holds private session with each party separately and then summarize their points in the joint meetings until the agreement is reached. As already discussed, mediation is a non-binding procedure. Only parties give, the mediator gives their outcomes in reaching a proper settlement of the dispute. Mediation is a kind of the negotiation which is carried out with the assistance of the third parties. The difference between the mediation and the arbitrator or the judge has that mediator has no power to impose an outcome on the disputing parties. In Indian legal system, the concept of the mediation, it is not new. It existed in the ancient times. There were various aspects of the mediation. The village panchayats and the Nyaya panchayats are the best example for resolving the disputes through the mediation. In India, mediation has not been yet very popular. There is no single legislation which deals with the concept of the mediation. One of the reasons for this is that the mediation, it is not considered as a formal proceeding and it cannot be enforced by the courts of the law. There is a lack of initiative on the parts of the government or any other institution to take up the cause of the encouraging and spreading awareness among the people. The next form is conciliation. Conciliation is a binding procedure in which an impartial party, that is conciliator, assists the parties to a dispute in reaching a mutually satisfactory and agreed settlement of the dispute. The conciliator may interview the parties individually, but any information or allegations disclosed by the party in such an interview should be made available to the other parties so that they can make their comments, and a formal method can be suggested by the conciliator to resolve their disputes. There is a difference between the mediation and the conciliation. Although there is a slight of the difference, both the outcomes of the parties are not binding on the parties. In mediation, mediator helps the party to reach a mutually agreeable settlement, whereas in conciliation, the conciliator would settle the dispute himself in an informal and in a friendly manner with the agreement of both the parties, and if the agreement is written, the decision of the conciliator can be made binding on both the parties. In India, a legislation, that is Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996, deals with the statutory provisions relating to the conciliation, which is contained in section 61 to 81 of the respective act. Negotiation. Negotiation, it is the simplest means for the redressal of the disputes. In general terms or in a layman language, negotiation means to negotiate the dispute among the parties itself. In this, the parties begin their talks without the interference of the third party. In other words, we can describe the negotiation as the compromise between the two parties. It involves the two parties discussing and compromising to obtain an agreed solution. The aim of the negotiation is the settlement of the dispute by the exchange of the views and issues concerning the parties. In India, the negotiation does not have any statutory recognition. Negotiation in general terms is the self-counseling between the parties to resolve their dispute. It is a process that has no fixed rules but follows a pattern. Then comes the Lot Adalats, which has become very popular in the recent times. In general terms or in layman's language, we can say that Lot Adalats means the people's court. It is defined as a forum where voluntary efforts are aimed at bringing about the settlement of the disputes between the parties through the conciliatory effort. It not only minimizes the litigation expenditure but also saves a lot of time of the parties and facilitates the inexpensive and the prompt remedy. Lot Adalats are organized by the State Legal Aid and the Advisory Boards or the District Legal Aids Committees. Legal Services Authorities Act 1987 gave a statutory status to the Lot Adalats. Even the Constitution provides that free legal aid must be provided to the citizens of the India. Article 39A, which was inserted by the 42nd Amendment, provided that state must provide its citizen the free legal aid. Legal Services Authorities Act 1987 contains various provisions for settlement of the disputes through the Lot Adalat. Civil disputes as well as the criminal disputes can be resolved through the Lot Adalats. Criminal cases which are only compoundable in nature, which is given under section 320 of the CRPC, says that the compoundable disputes can be resolved through the Lot Adalats. The aim of the Legal Services Authority is, and it is an act to constitute the legal services to provide free and competent legal services to the weaker sections of the society, to ensure that opportunities for securing the justice are not denied to any citizen by the reason of their economic or the other disabilities. The motive of this act is to provide the justice irrespective of their status or irrespective of their any physical or mental disabilities in the society. Every person does not have cannot access the free legal aid. The Legal Services Authorities Act says that the persons whose basic income is less than 1,50,000 annually can have access to the free legal aid. Section 304 of the Criminal Procedure Code also provides that a free legal aid, an accused must be given free legal aid. Then next is ombudsman, concept of the ombudsman. This concept came in after the Janpal Lot Bill, which came in 2013. Ombudsman is an official who is appointed to investigate the individual complaints of the maladministration or the violation of the rights against a company or organization, especially a public authority. Ombudsman is usually handles the disputes which the private parties complain against the public authority. For example, the cases of the corruption. The ombudsman is usually appointed by the government or by the parliament, but they are given a limited degree of the independence. The government of India has designated the several ombudsmen, sometimes which is known as the Chief Vigilance Officer, for the redresses of the grievances and the complaints from the individuals in the sphere of the banking, insurance and the other sector, both in public and private bodies and the corporations. The Central Vigilance Commission was set up on the recommendation of the Santhanam Committee, and the concept of the ombudsman was also advised by the by our Law Commission. In India, the ombudsman is also known as the Lotpal or the Lotchutta. We have a specific legislation, Lotchutta Act 2013, which deals with the grievances of the public against the corporations or against the government bodies. These are all the modes of the ADR. Now by concluding, I would like to say that the ADR has in recent times grown to a very much extent. It is not limited to a domestic sphere. International commercial arbitration or conciliation has become famous in the recent times due to the policies of the globalization, liberalization. We have able to trade with the other countries, and we are able to resolve our dispute with the help of the ADR. The courts are not much preferred because they take up a lot of time, and the disputes and they are the expensive modes. Whereas if we see that the lot adalats or the conciliation or the mediation, it is not as expensive as compared to the court system. So it is advisable that if the dispute is civil in nature, it must be resolved through the alternative dispute resolution. Now the time is of the digitalization. We have the online, even the online ODRs. In recent time, we have seen that in the pandemic, we have seen that when the courts were physically closed, the all the proceedings were made online. Similarly, the proceedings for hearing the disputes can also be made or can be made online. There are various authorities which deals with the online dispute resolution system. Thank you so much.